Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Wisdom on the Whiteboard. We got an awesome segment today, and I just want to say thanks for being here. If you're checking this out, I'm not here to waste your time. I'm here to share the most value that I possibly can because we're living in a time where it's very important to share what's in your heart and to take what you've learned that's really helped and to spread that, to give it to other people, where it's a very crucial period for us to do this right now. I'm a mindset and energy coach, okay? I help people do this. I help my clients do this, but I want to give this to all of you. This is some of the absolute best of what I've learned and what is the most important conversation to me to be having right now with yourself, with people that you care about. This is really important, okay? So I hope that you get a lot out of this, and again, thanks for being here. So we're going to be talking about today perception, all right? The perception of little me, which is your ego, okay, versus compared to pure awareness. Now, when we are born, we are massive energy. We're this little toddler. We're wide open. Our brainwaves are in theta. We're taking in the world. There's no limitations. We're just in awe of everything that's going on, right? We don't have a sense of self yet, all right? That comes in later on, and that is what we start to identify with little me, because our world at that time period, and pretty much up until now, although we're starting to wake up a lot more, has conditioned us to be in the little me, right? I am Sean. Here's my stories. Here's the thing that's happened to me in my past. Here's my limitations and my patterns, and here's where I've done things this way. Like, that's what we hold on to. That's what we're attached to. I like these things. I don't like these things, blah, 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 all right? Our perception of who we are and what this world is forming our entire reality. And we've been conditioned this way because when we're in the little me, can't do a whole lot. Powerless, really, in a lot of ways. I am this body. I am this emotion. This story, right? And then we play out those stories the whole time. And many of the stories are formed from when we're children and we're just developing these defensive patterns because it's an intense world and a lot of the adults around us were not aware and energies were flying around and it was fucking crazy. So we were trying to deal with that. We developed patterns that of survival that worked for us, but now we're still operating with them, okay? And now this is what we're ready to let go of as we move into pure awareness. Super important right now. When you're in little me perception, you can very easily be controlled, and that's what we're seeing happen in our world right now. When people are identified as the body, as this is me, and when this body doesn't work anymore, I die and I disappear. And that makes you very afraid and terrified of death. And then subconsciously, you are always worried about your survival. You're always in the background scared of what's going to happen to me. You know, and you're making decisions based on survival, based on preservation of the little me, instead of pure awareness, which is I'm consciousness having a temporary experience in the body. The body is the vehicle for the experience, and all possibilities exist here in the moment, right? I'm not attached to any stories, labels, and identities. How much are we seeing right now people that are so attached to these different labels, these different groups that they're a part of, and saying, this is me, this is who I am. And then when somebody says something negative about it, oh, I'm offended by that. Do you think for 1 second pure awareness is offended by anything? No, because it knows the truth. And any projection, any pain that is trying to be thrown out by the little me, because that's what it does. When your ego gets hurt, it doesn't want to deal with that pain, and so it throws it back at somebody else. It's a natural mechanism of the ego self. And that's what we call a projection. That's what we call a pain body. Somebody who's really negative for a long period of time, and they're so not willing to look at themselves and what's the cause of that they just need to give that to other people, and then it feeds off of itself through the reactions of others. We see that all the time. So little me, victim of circumstances. Past stories, limiting beliefs. Again, these are things that happen in childhood that we are now owning as adults, that we don't even realize are there. It's all subconscious. That's why we have people to point these things out. That's why the coaching industry has gotten as big as it is. That's why therapy is really cool, because we can get the feedback of the things that we can't even see because it's unconscious, right? It's automatic. That's what the subconscious is. It's become you. So this becomes a feedback loop, right? If you get a negative attitude about life, if you're thinking, I can't really do much, I'm a victim of my circumstances, my genes are fucked up, my family did this, and you're stuck in that, and you believe that, you will continue to play out that story, and everything you see in your reality will be filtered through that. That's perception. You're creating the whole thing in the mind. You're existing in the mind. You're existing in a tiny, tiny bandwidth of frequency, of possibility, of a reality. Like, imagine you're having this grand adventure of life, and you have pigeonholed yourself. You have put yourself, this multidimensional being of all that is, consciousness of all of creation, having this temporary experience, a point of attention of infinity. And you are pigeonholing yourself into this little tiny box of possibility based on your past, based on your little me stories. That would be like, it's like you're living in the one radio station every single day. You're tuned into the same radio station and you get so used to it. You're tuned into that one TV channel and it's not even in color. It's in black and white. But you get so used to it, this becomes normal. All right? Meanwhile, life is like, hey, there is an infinite amount of color TV channels, and there is an infinite amount of radio stations with incredible new songs that you never heard before. But little me is like, no, I like my one station and I like my one TV channel, and that's for me. I don't want anything else. And I'm making fun of it because we all can relate to this. This is where humanity has been existing. This is where all the problems are, all the addictions. We've been living so limited to our innate capacity that God created us to be. Okay? Because Nassim Haramein talks about this, who's one of the most famous astrophysicists on the planet. He says that human beings are individual coordinates, unique coordinates of space-time. And as we're learning and exploring through this journey of life that has never been done before through these eyes, and the experiences that we're having, that is feeding information back to the universe, back to that which created us as the universe continues to expand. So we have our own individual journey, but yet we're adding to the collective. We are expanding the field that is consciousness, that is God, that is the universe, source, whatever word you want to give to it. We were conditioned to be in here because this is where this is where you can be controlled. This is where you can be coerced. This is where you can be stuck in a certain mindset and limitation and victimhood. This doesn't have any of that. This is pure freedom. You cannot be controlled. When any sense of control tries to come into pure awareness, it's like, what is that? That's like trying to catch infinity in a jar. It's like, what? You can't do that. No, it's like trying to grab the ocean and saying, I gotcha. And then it just falls through your hands. Pure awareness. You are the explorer of this dimension. You have a new choice in every moment. When a circumstance shows up and the old emotions come with it, the old stories and the thought forms, when you're in this place, you have a choice. You say, oh, I can actually see now the old story that I had, that I just chose automatically because of the feeling that I had in my body that was tied to it. No, now I can make a new choice, which in turn will create a brand new reality every single time. That new door leads to a new hallway, to a new room. We have been existing in one room in the mansion of many rooms. And now we're discovering, as people are waking up, okay, that, holy shit, I've been in the guest bedroom in this massive mansion of consciousness, and I want to go see the other rooms now. All right? I'm getting fucking sick of this room. I'm going to start exploring, and naturally, as you are more in a place of pure awareness and presence, You're playful. Naturally, life becomes more of a game. You're not attached. You're not taking things seriously. You're not offended. Oh, I got rejected. That was my thing. Oh my God, they rejected me. I never want to feel that again. I'm just going to not do anything that could potentially make me feel that way. I'm going to go sit on the sidelines and not participate in life. I'm not going to go out into the dance and ask the girl to dance with me that I have a crush on. I would rather stay safe. That's where we are. Control. Naturally playful, explorer of this dimension, miracle consciousness happens here, okay? Joe Dispenza has workshops. He's a name most people know now, right? Dr. Joe Dispenza has workshops all over the world, okay? He's the best-selling author on New York Times best-selling list many times over. At his events, there is miracle consciousness when someone reaches pure awareness. People with autoimmune issues that they've had for 10, 20 years. People that have been in wheelchairs for 10 years or more. People with cancer. All of a sudden, they go into a perfect state of coherence with their mind, body, and their spirit, that their body starts working in complete harmony back to its natural state, a vibration where no disease can be a part of it, because a disease is disharmonious. A disease is a lower vibration. And when you're in this place, goodbye. You are in pure coherence and everything is working perfectly. And that is where the miracle of spontaneous remission occurs. If you don't believe me, go look this up. Spontaneous remission of cancer. It has happened many, many times all over the world. Lots of books on it, but it's not talked about. Why? Cancer actually happens to be a multiple billion-dollar industry, all right? And it's sad because a lot of things in our world can't or have not been able to move forward because of profit and greed and needing people to be sick, all right? But we're evolving beyond that as we come out of little me and go into infinity, pure awareness, okay? So you can feel this as you start doing this work, as you start to implement meditation into your life, as you start to do breath work practices, as you start to walk in nature more and just take a little time for yourself and just check in and just relax and go to the float tanks, go to the infrared sauna, change your diet, drink more water, take care of your body. As you do these things, you start to come more over to this side and you actually feel a lot more peace. You're out of the go, 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 produce crazy bullshit of the little me paradigm, and you step into something so much greater. You can feel this as I'm saying these words, right? Feel this. How does this feel in your body when you think about this? Victim, past stories, limiting beliefs, negative attitude. I'm stuck in these feedback loops, mental prison, same radio station. All right, now go over here, pure awareness, consciousness, exploration, playful, unattached, no need to control, freedom, miracle consciousness, no resistance. I accept life as it is. I accept who I am, and I'm here to explore and enjoy myself and respect other beings and go within myself and see the amazingness that I was created as. That is the truth, and this is the work that I do with my clients. We help to get out of little me into pure awareness. This is authenticity. This is your heart. Okay, this is exactly who you are in the moment, not up in the mind, not limited to the memories of the past, all right? Albert Einstein, he was the guy that said, we cannot solve problems with the same level of mind that we created it at. That guy was, I don't know, he was smart, pretty smart guy, right? And this is what we do, though. This is what we're trained to do. We struggle. We're like, what is the answer? And all you're doing is going down the reference of what you've known in the past, what you've learned before. You're not accessing, or you don't have access to a solution that you've not thought of before. So you're going to keep creating the same problem, which is what we've done in so many ways collectively, and we got to pull ourselves out of that and come into pure awareness. This is some of the most important things we can do right now. All right? So begin to think about these things. Where am I in my little me ego story? Where am I believing I'm a victim? What's my attitude towards life? What's my attitude about myself and what's possible for me? Have I been living, listening to the same goddamn song again and again? Have I been stuck in that one TV channel, doing the same shit every day, getting miserable? And life is trying to wake you up. Infinite possibility. Your heart, your soul is saying, let's go. Pure awareness. Do the things that break these loops. Make a new choice. Step into this. This is where you want to be. We've all seen people who are in this place, how good it feels. There's a freedom that we can all access that comes from this place. And I'm going to be talking about that more. I'm going to make another video after this that starts to get into the process of how we can really start to do these things. And letting go is a huge piece of that. Letting go of this identity. Honoring it, loving it. Yes, you've been here. Thank you for the way that you've served me. When you show up, I'm going to love you and not resist you. There's a lot to say about that, all right? But the videos have to be cut off, I think, in a certain period of time. So, just start to let this sink in, okay? This is super important. This is going to change our world. This is going to change your life. This is going to affect all the people around you. And as each of us do this, it is making a profound impact on the collective energy. So, that's what I got today. I love everybody. I hope you got something out of this. I hope that this was valuable for your time. And I'll see you again real soon.